So this is Paul. He has been one of our farmers in the CaSTCo project and has taken part in the infiltration project that we've carried out on lots of different farms. So Paul, can you just tell us about you and your farm?
Right, we've been farming here since 1983. We took the drastic measure of going organic in 1999. We're based around a traditional sheep and beef hill farm, and since we've been organic, we've really sort of gone to the principle that if we just let the farm produce what it produces, we don't push it, and we eat the grass that the farm produces.
Can you just tell me about the field that we're stood in? It looks very different to some of your other fields at the moment.
Yeah, this field here, before we went organic, was sort of 2 cuts of silage and quite intensively farmed. And then we went into Tiogoval, and this was designated a lapwing conservation area. So it was a late cut, about the 15th of July, I think, and this is what it's produced. Really, this is what it reverted back to, which is a flower meadow. Really, none of this seed was put in here. It's all come back. It's rattle and plantain and wild red clover, all sorts of things in here.
And what have you learnt from doing the infiltration testing with some of the team from the Why Us Foundation on this field?
That this field doesn't obey any of the rules. This doesn't get rotationally grazed. I think if we did rotational graze it, we would probably lose what's here, because it's obviously the management that we've used that's created this. So we haven't used the rotational grazing, but it still gives really good infiltration results. And that, we think, is due to all the diversity in the ley. It's not a grass ley. If you have a look at it, it's not grass. It's just a mass of diverse species. We don't know which one is giving us the really good infiltration, so this is something we've got to look at. My feeling of the planting, we've probably not stood in a very brilliant spot for planting, but we cut this now in July, sort of late July, beginning of August, or whenever the weather comes, because we want to make hay on here. And then basically it's left for a bit of aftermath for lambs, but this will come back as, I would say, probably well over 50-60% of it will be plantain coming back, and it's a field of plantain, which is really good for finishing lambs. It does have worm suppression qualities. I won't say it's like a lamb drench, but it does suppress the worms on the lambs.
So you mean parasitic worms,
Yeah.
as opposed to, because obviously there's lots of worms in the soil that are doing good things.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant. And then over the winter we just graze sheep over it. We feed sheep here over the winter, but it's still getting really good infiltration results.
So so from what you've learned from talking to the team, what helps that infiltration?
It's root structure. It's got to be roots. I think it's root structure and a soil that's alive. I know when we went organic in '99, a chap said to us, it'll take you at least 7 years for your soil to come alive, because obviously in a conventional system where you use a lot of fertilizers, you're putting chemicals onto the soil, and that is having an adverse effect on flora and fauna of the soil. So once that comes back and you're getting all the worms and all the microbes, bacteria, fungus and everything growing back in the soil, I think that's helping the infiltration as well.
Great.
It gives you healthy plants. That's the thing. If you've got healthy plants, healthy soil, you're going to get infiltration because it's less likely to get compacted.